Okay, let's go. Yeah! I like driving your car, Woody. Hey, slow down. Please don't drive so fast, Buzz. Okay. Now it's my turn to drive. Okay, time for a spelling quiz. I like driving your car, Woody. How do you spell car? What's the first letter? C. What's next? A. And what's the last letter in car? R. Car. Slow down. How do you spell slow? What's the first letter? S. Good. What comes next? L. And what's the next letter in slow? O. And what's the last letter? W. Slow. Please don't drive so fast, Buzz. How do you spell fast? What's the first letter? F. Good. What's after F? A. What's the next letter in fast? S. And what's the last letter? T. Fast. Cut like this, okay? Okay. Wait! That's too thick. I'm sorry. What about this? That's better. Add a little salt. Is it too much? No, it's perfect. Okay, let's do a spelling quiz. That's too thick. How do you spell thick? What's the first letter? T. What comes next? H. What's the next letter in thick? I. Good. What comes after I? C. And what's the last letter in thick? K. Thick. What about this? How do you spell about? What's the first letter? A. Good. What's next? B. Good. What comes after B? O. And what's the next letter in about? U. And what's the last letter? T. About. Add a little salt. How do you spell little? What's the first letter? L. What's next? I. What's the next letter in little? T. And after T? T. What's the next letter in little? L. And what's the last letter? E. Little. Great job! See you next time. Remember to like and subscribe for more videos. Okay, let's go. Why is the floor wet? I'm sorry. I spilled some water. You need to clean up. I will. I'm sorry about that. Use this. Thank you. Okay, time for a spelling quiz. Why is the floor wet? How do you spell wet? What's the first letter? W. Good. What's next? E. What's the next letter in wet? T. Wet. I spilled some water. How do you spell water? What's the first letter? W. Good. What's next? A. And after A? T. What comes after T in water? E. And what's the last letter? R. Water. Use this. How do you spell use? What's the first letter? U. What comes after U? S. And what's the last letter in use? E. Use. Mom, I can't log in. I'm going to be late. Let me see. Okay, now you're on. Thank you. Oh no, I'm in the wrong group. Oops. Okay, time for a spelling quiz. Mom, I can't log in. How do you spell log? What's the first letter? L. Good. What's next? O. And after O? G. Log. Let me see. How do you spell let? What's the first letter? L. What comes after L? E. And what's the last letter in let? T. Let. I'm in the wrong group. How do you spell group? What's the first letter? G. Good. What's next? R. What's the next letter? O. What comes after O? U. And what's the last letter in group? P. Group. Great job! See you next time. Remember to like and subscribe for more videos. Okay, let's go. Sweetie, can you get me a fork? I thought I already gave one to you. Yeah, but Amy dropped it. I see. I will get one. Your waffles are always good. Thank you, sweetie. Anytime. I will feed Amy then. Okay, time for a spelling quiz. Sweetie, can you get me a fork? How do you spell fork? What's the first letter? F. Good. What's next? O. What's the next letter in fork? R. Very good. And what's the last letter? K. Fork. I thought I already gave one to you. How do you spell gave? What's the first letter? G. Good. What comes after G? A. Good. What's the next letter? V. And what's the last letter in gave? E. Gave. I will get one. How do you spell will? What's the first letter? W. Good. What's next? I. What's the next letter in will? L. Good. And what's the last letter? L. Will. I am heading out. I'll be back soon. Where are you going? I need some cash. I'm going to the bank. Okay. All right, time for a spelling quiz. Where are you going? How do you spell where? What's the first letter? W. What's next? H. Good. What's the next letter in where? E. And after E? R. What's the last letter in where? Where? I need some cash. How do you spell cash? What's the first letter? C. Good. What's next? A. Good. What's the next letter in cash? S. And what's the last letter? H. Cash. I'm going to the bank. How do you spell bank? What's the first letter? B. Nice. What's next? A. What's the next letter in bank? N. Good. What's the last letter? K. Bank. Great job! See you next time. Remember to like and subscribe for more videos.